Thousands filled the streets in cities across the country after a week of some of the worst political violence in Britain for decades. Walthamstow, East London, Liverpool, Brighton. This was Aldershot, southwest of the capital.
It's broken my heart seeing how people who are escaping war zones have been treated. They've just left one war zone and they seem to have walked into another. I can see so much anger, which I find really worrying, and I'm genuinely interested to know where that's coming from.
We've seen the numbers around the UK. We can't be complacent at all, clearly, but there's not enough of them. You know, we're bigger than them.
A demonstration by people in support of asylum seekers here has actually been larger than the turnout expected by far-right protesters. Increased police presence and a fast tracking of the sentencing of those found guilty of committing violence are two of the reasons for this. But there are some real deep-seated problems that this town has suffered for years, problems that many people here say repeated governments have failed to address.
Nervous security guards are on alert at the Potters International Hotel. It has been used for years as temporary housing for asylum seekers. Last week it was attacked. Arrests were made. This residential building close by will also be used as housing for asylum seekers. The previous government put the plan on hold for months following public outcry, but they reinstated it a day before the general election in July. Cars pass by, beeping their horns in support of locals who come every week to protest against the plan, and have been for 2 years.
We will continue peacefully protesting. We've got nothing to do with any of these riots, etc. And I fear that with 1,600 families around this area have now been put at the bottom of the list due to the government's policy yesterday about giving the illegals council houses and property above everybody else, puts my daughter and all those 1,600 people at the bottom of the queue.
If I was to turn up here with a Union Jack, I'm labelled a right-wing racist thug, and I find that extremely insulting.
The events of recent days have shocked many in Britain. A determined stance against violence across the country may be, but underlying causes, including a housing and cost of living crisis, are still not being addressed. And many people think they have been ignored for too long. Charles Stratford, Al Jazeera, Aldershot.
Make sure to subscribe to our channel to get the latest news from Al Jazeera.